Alright, thank you very much. Hello everybody, it's your good friend Possible here, and I'm back in action with another look at an anime review this time around. You know, anime is one of my favorite genres out there. What makes anime so unique, what I love really about it, it's not just another world. It's not just another story, it's another universe. It's a whole set of rules and obligations and roles that just outshine any other storyteller. Other storytelling really goes for simplicity, I feel, but not anime. Anime tries to find the simplicity in the complex, and these stories can be very, very complex. Especially this particular story, Zetman. Zetman is a very complicated story. I'm going to struggle a little bit with trying to explain what this show is about, so I apologize in advance. It's just really hard to gather, even though it should be just a simple good versus evil story. Protect the human race from monsters type of thing. Monsters, known as players, were created a long time ago in this universe so that rich people could watch them fight each other. Imagine a new sense of gladiators, okay? Each monster had their own powers, they had no free will, so they were safe for people to watch and enjoy and watch them, beat each other up. All at great, great price, okay? All is well and good until all of a sudden the monsters decide to rebel. Somehow, someway they got free will and they decided to kill their masters and go off and live free. The monsters are actually able to turn into humans. Now, during this time, a baby was born. This baby was going to be the ultimate monster when he was ready. But right now, he's just a little baby. Still not ready to become a monster, still not ready to fight anybody, and not really aware of his potential. As everything falls apart, a doctor is able to escape with this baby and live off the grid so that nobody finds him. The baby grows up to be Zetman. Well, he has another name, of course, at the time. But the point is, he grows up and he's off the grid, so he's homeless. He is very, very poor. He does befriend the guy behind him, and right now they're little boys, okay? The guy behind him desperately wants to be a hero. He is very, very rich. But he desperately wants to be a hero and somebody important. But that's really not why he wants to be a hero. Despite his good intentions, there's a dark side there that they explore a little bit. So now we're at the second part of this show where these guys are, and this is where we actually start to meet them. These guys are just boys, like 10 years old. They're growing up. He's on the street, the main hero, and the other guy is living in the big high-rise above. Good friends. He likes to help people, but he wants to get paid for it because he has no money. That's the hero. The friend believes that a hero should do something without any sense of reward. But then again, that's not really why he wants to be a hero. The girl on the right is also involved. That's the little sister. She is in love with Zetman, but he does not reciprocate. And that will be explained later on in the show as well. That said, we now meet up with the time that they are right now. They're young adults. They're 18 years old now. He is still very powerful. The young man behind him still wants to be a hero. And there are monsters out there that are causing problems. When they show up and get him angry, he starts to transform into the monster you see on the top left-hand side on the red. But he's not really at that form yet. You know? See, this is one of those classic bad guy problems. It's the one where the bad guy expects the hero to come over to his side. So instead of just killing the hero when he has the chance, he decides to train the hero, to teach him how to use his powers and everything so that he will manipulate him in the future. We all know how that turns out. But that said, Zetman is not a disappointment in that respect. You know, you got these monsters who can look like humans, but they can come out and cause trouble and everything and start killing people. They try to live in secrecy because they don't want people hunting them. But of course, we all know how that works out, don't we? There's also a subplot with the best friend who wants to be a hero, and there's this old guy who wants to test him, put him through test after test after test to see if he's really willing to be a hero, able to be a hero. Those motives were never really properly explained in my opinion, but that's just me. They were gruesome, don't get me wrong. This is not some teenage anime. This is definitely, more adult anime, more gruesome, more bloody, more gritty and all that. Not much humor, a little bit of fan service, of course. Not the best fan service, but pretty good fan service, you know. And the story is really intense. It keeps your interest, it keeps you going. Very complex though. But the one part that I like more than anything else is how they were able to combine the action with the explanation. So you didn't feel like you were watching a lecture like with Psycho-Pass. You were definitely getting a sense of what was happening as it was happening, and it kept you, in line with what was going on. Has its little bit of a long part at one point, but never loses focus. Always just keeps building, building, building. And like I said, it's not a new world, it's a new universe. So a lot of rules to catch up on, a lot of roles to understand who's who and what's what and how all this fits together. Awesome show, definitely worthy. I give it a C. Alright guys, that's it for me for now. We'll see you at the theaters.